Ever wondered what makes Mosaic law differ from Hammurabi law? Well, it's a fascinating exploration into the world of ancient laws. These legal systems, crafted centuries ago, continue to shape our understanding of justice and societal order today. First, we have the Mosaic Law, a set of divine decrees believed to have been handed down to Moses by God himself, forming a significant part of the Judeo-Christian tradition. Then there's the Hammurabi Law, a well-preserved Babylonian code of law of ancient Mesopotamia, dating back to around 1754 BC. It gives us a unique insight into the social structure and daily life of that civilization. Understanding these laws not only enriches our knowledge of human history but also helps us appreciate the evolution of legal thought. With that brief introduction, we now delve into the heart of the matter. Hammurabi's code, known as the Lex Talionis, is a fascinating study in ancient justice. This law of the land, literally translating to the law of retaliation, was conceived with a robust literal force, an eye for an eye. In Hammurabi's realm, the law was clear and unyielding. For instance, if anyone dared to break into a house with intent to steal, they would be put to death right at the scene of the crime. This stringent rule was not just about punishing the offender, but about creating a sense of fear, a deterrent to protect the sanctity of the home and its inhabitants. This severity extended across the code, but notably, it was not about retribution. Instead, it was about creating a balance, a form of justice that was immediate and unequivocal. The Lex Talionis was not about exacting revenge, but about ensuring that the punishment fit the crime, no more, no less. The rationale behind this severity was not divine command or moral duty, but the welfare of the civilization. Hammurabi's laws were designed to create a stable society, one where rules were clear and consequences were known. The fear of punishment was the main incentive for obedience, keeping citizens in check and ensuring the smooth running of the society. Hammurabi's law was stringent, but it was grounded in maintaining the stability of civilization. Mosaic law, on the other hand, has a divine origin, which fundamentally changes its nature. As we delve into the nature of Mosaic law, we encounter the concept of apodictic law. This form of law is not situational but rather absolute, universal, and unconditional. It's as if a divine authority is laying down a grand rule by which we should conduct our lives. The Ten Commandments are a prime example of apodictic law. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not commit adultery. These aren't just prohibitions. They're divine directives, commanding us to live in a certain way. What makes Mosaic law stand out is its emphasis on duties to God as the basis for duties to man. In this law, our responsibilities towards our fellow humans are not separate from our responsibilities towards the divine. They're intertwined, inseparable. For Moses, the motivation to obey the law was not primarily fear of punishment, as was the case with Hammurabi's code. Instead, it was about fulfilling a divine duty. Yes, punishments were built into the Mosaic code, but they were secondary. The primary reason to obey the law was a fundamental duty to God. In this sense, Mosaic law transcends mere legal code. It's a moral guide, a divine directive, a way of life. For Moses, obeying the law was not just about avoiding punishment but fulfilling a divine duty. Now that we've explored both laws, the differences are clear. Hammurabi's Lex Talionis, or law of retaliation, was often applied with vigorous literal force, an eye for an eye. In contrast, Mosaic law interpreted this principle with a sense of proportionality, advocating for punishments that matched the severity of the crime. Hammurabi's laws were primarily designed to maintain order and stability within the civilization, with the fear of harsh punishment acting as a deterrent. On the other hand, Mosaic law emphasized duties to God as the basis for duties to man. This apodictic law, often perceived as of divine origin, advocated for moral conduct and ethical living, with the understanding that obedience to God's laws was the primary duty. Despite their differences, both Mosaic and Hammurabi law have shaped our understanding of justice and civil duty.